What's up, beautiful people? I want to share some thoughts with you. I'm going to be doing this more regularly, but I was reading this morning and just wanted to share what I learned with you. Do me a favor, subscribe on my YouTube channel, follow on Instagram and Facebook for just more regular content. So before I get into it, picture this. Imagine that there's a game of basketball being played with no rules, no traveling, no fouls, no goaltending. It reminds me of one time I was playing basketball with some kids in Guatemala, and they didn't know the rules, and it was just chaotic. It wasn't even fun. It was just like super unorganized. The thing about the rules of the game, they actually allow you to play the game to its fullest potential, to get the most out of the game. You actually need the rules so you can actually enjoy the game of basketball or whatever other game it is. I was reading in Proverbs 4, and the chapter is about going down the path of adultery or following the adulterous woman. What it says here is, starting in verse 7, "O now, sons, listen to me. Do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, the adulterous woman. And do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others and your years to the merciless. Lest strangers take the fill of your strength and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. And at the end of your life you groan when your flesh and body are consumed and you say, how I hated discipline." So what I want to talk to you about is how we often think of discipline as a bad thing, but really it's in place in your best interest. In the case of adultery here, it's saying don't commit adultery, not just because it will hurt your spouse, your family, your loved ones, but ultimately it will end up ruining your very life. I think oftentimes we think God has rules for our life because he's not fun or he wants to take away our enjoyment out of life. In the same way, those rules of basketball help you enjoy the game to its fullest. That's why I think God has regulations for our life, so that we can get the most out of life, both in this life and the next life. And we don't ruin our lives doing something stupid. You even look at eating, like, why don't I just eat sweets all the time? I have a huge sweet tooth, but we know that if I do that, sure, I may enjoy it, but ultimately I'll just become overweight and unhealthy and I won't enjoy my life to its fullest potential. You know, exercise, same thing. Really anything. Why shouldn't you look at porn? Why shouldn't you be with multiple people? Really, though it may feel good in the moment, it ultimately will destroy you, destroy your life, destroy your mind, destroy your family. So whatever it is, I want to encourage you, if God's speaking you to get rid of something, or if you see you need to develop better habits, but you don't want to because it sounds hard, it sounds unenjoyable, really it's for your own good. And that is why you can love discipline. So again, I'll be doing videos like this more regularly. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, Facebook. More coming your way. Thanks.